Coming to you live and direct. I can be difficult to digest knowing we the best like Khaled. I'd rather spell it out for context. It's not even the context. I'm talking about K-I-N-G. Jay's on the mic and he about to make it. You know what? I'm tired of this exercise. Them boys think they deem it's time to exercise. Yeah.
Welcome to The Perfect Balance with King and Katie. I'm King.
I'm Katie.
What really grinds your gears? Let's start off hot.
It's the most random thing, but it's when people put an X or they say a word wrong that actually doesn't actually exist. So things like especially, they'll say especially, or if they're trying to say espresso, they'll say espresso, and I'm like, or my favorite is irregardless. Like the word is actually just regardless. Like if I say regardless of the situation, right, that's the actual proper term. Some people say irregardless of the situation. I'm like for some reason, that, I don't know, it sounds so petty, but
the clap was everything.
It sounds so petty, but it literally will shut my brain off in a conversation.
I have a friend, Nathaniel, he was also a Marine. He does that intentionally just to get you riled
I
up.
could not be his
Because
friend.
my friends know that words mean things for me.
Words matter.
And I don't like it when people use words incorrectly. Now, there's a difference between you trying to discover this word and use it properly, and you may make a mistake, but you're on the right path.
Sure.
Versus you just blatantly using the word in a completely wrong context.
Yeah.
Like semantics.
Yeah.
That would be my grinding of words that grinds my gears. People try to use the word to get out of admitting that they're saying something that actually has no meaning.
Ooh, give me an example.
So if I said, the school is out at 7 today or whatever, right? Because
It's late for school.
It's a late,
all right,
yeah. Right? And someone's like, well, actually, it gets out at 6:40, but then we got to wait on the buses. And I'm like, okay, cool. But the bell rings at 7, so the school's out at 7.
Yeah.
If a teacher decides to keep the class in later, they can because it ends at 7. They're like, oh, semantics. It's like, no, that's not. That's just what it is.
That's literally logic.
There's a lot of people I've been in conversations with, and they go, oh, we don't have time for your semantics. No, if you don't have time for because what it means by definition is the meaning.
Yeah.
Things have logical meanings.
Yeah.
If you're trying to have a conversation and you're trying to talk about something that actually has a meaning and you don't care about the meaning, then you shouldn't have the conversation.
I'm a very literal person.
Yeah.
Right? So when someone they say certain things, they'll just be like, oh my gosh, I literally was dying. No, you weren't. You just weren't, right? Figuratively, maybe.
I get it, it's a turn of phrase, but you're using the word wrong.
Why didn't that become the phrase though? I figuratively was dying. Oh my gosh, maybe it just doesn't have the ring to it.
Maybe we can start it. We are figuratively dying laughing right now because you got no.
Gosh,
Semantics,
so
I'm
frustrating.
sorry.
It's so frustrating. Oh, and it's weird that it's the grammar portion, right? That is probably the biggest grinding of my gears because most things I'm just like, whatever, I don't care. Some people are just dumb. I don't know.
Yeah. And most things I don't care about, but there is one thing so that was just me matching your word. But what really grinds my gears is, I don't want to say it's just physical security because it's more than that. It's competence. I think it's competence. Yeah, that's what it is. It's competence.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's fair.
if you are a chef, okay, and I ask you to make me a pair of Jordans, and you made those shoes incorrectly, you're not incompetent. By definition, you are. We're all incompetent of something, but I'm not seeing you as incompetent because I don't hold you responsible for doing that. That's not what you do. You don't know what you're doing. But if you're a chef and I ask you to cook a steak medium well, and it's rare, or well done.
That's too done, by the way. Please don't tell me you don't eat your steak.
No, I don't eat it. I don't eat it. I don't eat medium well. I just thought of one off the top of my head. And you don't do that correctly, then you are incompetent.
Yeah, I get that.
If you're gonna have a job that is human relations or customer service, we need to understand there's a difference between having credentials and being qualified. If you got the credentials, that's what your resume shows. Being qualified is who you are. That's what the interview process does. It's to see if you're qualified. Some people misunderstand. The interview process is not to see your personality, because I can put on a face. That's a lie.
Yeah.
It's to see if you're qualified. Do you actually possess these skills? It says you possess them, but do you actually? I'm going to put you through the ringer. Then the third thing I need to do is find out your personality, because if you're going to come to work and get irritated and you're supposed to be working with customers, residents, and it's easy for you to get ticked, I don't want you in that position.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the first screening process starts with you, employees, not the employer.
Yeah.
You see a job you want. Stop taking jobs just because it pays well. I know that sounds new, but I want that. Don't let that be the only reason. See if you actually are qualified.
Yeah,
for
there has
this
to have some
job.
purpose and some drive behind it. Like you actually have to want the job to a degree, more than just it pays my mortgage.
So, Friendsgiving and Thanksgiving.
All right.
What's Friendsgiving to you versus Thanksgiving?
I think Friendsgiving is more where it's truly dedicated to just your friends, right? You know, like for example, right now, like I would say I'm like single parent life right now because my husband is deployed, right? And so my next door neighbors had a Friendsgiving. They invited all their college friends and their work friends, and then they invited me also because we're really close friends. And I had to walk very, very far to get to my next door neighbor's house. So it's a joke.
Back in my day,
Back
we
in
had
my
to
day,
walk in the
uphill,
snow, uphill, and
downhill, both
downhill.
ways. No, it was good, and so it was a lot of fun. And so yeah, you just go there and it's the same thing. You're just talking, you're kind of like laughing it up with your friends, but it's still the Thanksgiving food. Everybody brings a dish. We all brought a glass of, or a bottle of wine and a dish, and we all just ate.
So pretty much the same, just without family.
It's the same. just
Chosen
without
family.
Yeah, yeah, it's like your chosen family, right? I feel like a lot of people have reverted to Friendsgiving, especially in the transitional stages of our generations, right? Where people are like, the millennials have become parents, and maybe they aren't close with their parents who happen to be Gen X or boomers, right? And so they are probably at this level where they're like, we don't really, maybe we're not as close with our family. Or with the way that society is now, plane ticket is so cheap and people live across the country. Like I live across the country from my family. I don't live anywhere close to my family. So having to be able to, being able to choose your friends and your family for those dinners, I think is super key.
Okay.
I don't know. That's my opinion, but
Let's throw some prompts in here. It wouldn't be a podcast without
wouldn't
prompts.
be.
Well, it wouldn't be the perfect balance.
say props or prompts.
I'm saying whatever I want.
So it's like I can't help it. Grammar is such a and
Well, that's my dialect at that point.
And I have many filler words, right? Right is my filler word. Like is my filler word. Is my filler word. I say them all the time. I really do try not to say them, but I do. And so
I say words. Yeah, I'm from St. Louis, so a little history. You've all heard of Country Grammar. No, not the Nelly album.
that was a great album.
Sure, it was.
He's like,
But-
no, it wasn't.
No, it was. It was. Hey, don't come for me.
We
I'm
love
from
Nelly.
St. Louis.
We
I
love
love
Nelly over
Nelly, Chingy, everybody. Like
How is
we
it the white
support our
lady likes
own.
Nelly more?
Oh, I'm literally done with you.
Just kidding.
So, what I was gonna say is, I'm from St. Louis, so we have this country grammar. Sometimes we say words like that, words, her, their, or we may say some things off. It's just like if you go down south, you may hear words, you're like, what are you saying? It's a dialect thing. We're trying to say the right word. It's just,
For sure.
we physically, without trying to, can't say it correctly.
Yeah, I would say for me, it's really difficult. I've lived in 4 different states. And so I pick up on words sometimes. And depending on who you're hanging around, sometimes I'm able
switch.
to pick up a dialect. I'm able to pick up an accent. And I really try not to. So if I go visit my friends in Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, North Carolina, like all those really southern states, I really have to focus on the words I say so as to not adopt their accent. And there's nothing wrong with their accent, but I'll talk like them while I'm there, and then I come back home, and everyone's like, "Where's your banjo? Like, what happened?" Right? It's the funniest thing ever. So I don't mean to do it. I just do. So
We're getting sidetracked here.
Yeah,
but
we are.
I want to
Okay.
talk about, that's
Oh, okay.
interesting.
Okay.
I feel like that is a close, or probably the number one way to identify if someone's empathetic or not.
Interesting connection. Empathetic?
Yeah,
Why?
because you got your sympathy and your empathy. But if I can put myself in your shoes, right? if I can associate myself with other people to the point where I start picking up things from you and start talking like you,
Yeah, sure.
I'm sharing that connection with you versus other people who are so disconnected from others, they can go around and not.
That's an interesting take because most people would actually view it as narcissism.
Really?
As a form of narcissism, right? Because narcissism mirrors people a lot of times, right? They mirror behaviors in order to be accepted by groups, and then they switch up because they can only mirror for so long, right? And so if you ever read the book of 48 Laws of Power, mirroring is one of the most successful ways to knock somebody off their game, is by mirroring their actions perfectly.
So, is Thanksgiving gratitude always honest? Or do we feel pressured to be thankful?
I think people feel pressure to be thankful.
I feel like it's honest.
I don't think so.
The reason I feel like it's honest is because even if, at least for me, this might be a biased thing, but you cannot make me do something I truly do not want to do.
You.
Right.
But other people are not like you.
You're right. But the way I'm talking about it is like, if I'm going to tell you I'm thankful for something, and I'm not saying like if you say thank you.
Sure.
Those are small things. I'm saying if I actually sit here and make a thankful speech, there's some truth in what I'm saying. There's some honesty. I may have exaggerated some things here and there so I can be more festive.
Yeah.
But there's some truth in the meaning of what I'm trying to say. So it's honest. But I get what you're saying. Like, it may be forced and pressured. I'm just doing it so I don't get fined, you know?
Well, well, I don't know. So like, I'll give you a great example. Yesterday, I had like, you know, when you go through your day and there's like all these little things that like tick at you all day long.
Yeah, we're grinding your gears.
It just gets you just do, right? So like, there's a couple things like in my house for some reason, like it just felt like a mess, right? Because I'm also Christmas decorating. Everything's kind of just closing in on me a little bit. I'm like, ugh, I'm just getting so OCD about it, right? I want to get through it. And so I called my husband and I was telling him about this. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I had this, and then our baby wasn't doing this, and then was this, and then this, and this, and this. And I called him and I said, how funny is it that I'm over here like upset that our beautiful home just feels dirty right to me right now. And then I got into our wonderful, amazing big blue truck to drive our beautiful, healthy newborn son over to this other place. And oh yeah, in our wonderful neighborhood that is so perfectly manicured. They're redoing portions of the concrete and blocked off the roads, and there's multiple roads. And now I'm gonna go and get my beautiful coffee that I'm gonna spend $8 for no freaking reason other than I like it. And then I'm gonna go shopping and I'm gonna go do this and I'm gonna go do this, right? Because I live in such a wonderful world and country. I was like, and I feel so grateful for all of those things. And yet I have all this little pent up aggression and I'm like, I just want to be angry with it. And
narcissism.
I can't. A little, maybe, right? But as I say, like, so I am very, very grateful and you know, gracious about the things that I have. I'm very thankful. When I was in my early 20s and I would go to a Thanksgiving dinner or to a Friendsgiving, you know, you do feel a little bit of that pressure, especially if you're not sure of yourself, right? If you're not sure of yourself and you're there and you're just like, you don't want to be the one person that's like, I don't have anything I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
like what, you just bring the whole mood down, and because everyone's just going to be like, well, all right, moving on, you know, kind of thing.
Right.
So yes, I do believe that if you go to a Friendsgiving and you're going to a dinner, yes, there's a level of pressure there to say, hey, I'm thankful for the blue sky and the green trees, right? Whereas real gratitude comes from these moments where you are frustrated about life or frustrated about a certain situation, but you're like, well, I have a beautiful house, I have a beautiful truck, I have a beautiful family, I have a wonderful neighborhood. Like, I'm very, very lucky and blessed. And that's how I know I'm so grateful for it. Because even in those moments when I'm super frustrated, I can be like, oh, everything's okay. These are just my own personal tics.
So we already know what we're grateful for. And I think I worded it a little confusing.
Okay.
Pressure, we're going to feel pressure to do things. That's always going to be there. You're going to feel peer pressure or societal pressure or whatever. But the way I worded it, what I'm trying to say is like forced to be thankful when you're actually not, or pressure to be thankful when you're actually not, versus it being natural. Because you may get pressure.
I do feel like people are still very forced to be thankful for things.
Okay.
Right?
When they're actually not thankful.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok today where it's like the woman's like, hey, be thankful that you have legs because there's people out here that can't use their legs. like, which I get, it's an understanding concept, but it negates what you may personally be feeling about situations.
Yeah.
Right? It's a simplistic view to look at it that way.
No, it's a great analogy. It's a great comparison because we take our legs for granted naturally.
Sure. Breathing,
I'm not
movement.
thankful for them at the moment because they haven't done anything for me to be thankful for.
What?
No, I'm just. No, I'm not talking personally. I'm saying in the
Okay.
mindset of a person who's being forced.
like-
we're going along with your.
I literally
analogy.
I watched you walk in here. So my legs haven't done anything for me ever.
But that's the taking it for granted part.
I get you.
Yeah, right. So in the person's mind, they're like, oh, it's not doing anything that's giving me something that I see that's different than what I'm normally used to.
Yeah.
So I can't be thankful for it. But people only are thankful for things usually when something new is being introduced that they're not used to and it benefits them. And then they're like, ooh, thank you, right? Versus you have some people who are just thankful all the time and you do some natural gesture or even just a regular thing and they just say thank you for everything. Those people kind of irk me.
Why?
There's some things you just don't need to say thank you
I say thank you for everything.
that you irk me.
I over apologize also.
Oh, that's even worse.
I sure do. I think it's just because, I don't know, I feel like I'm pretty humble in most things. And so if I mess something up or maybe I'm just not understanding properly, because I'm sorry is multiple different meanings, right? It's not just like, I'm so sorry that I did this, I'm so terrible. It's not that. It's like saying,
You're a sorry person.
some of them are saying, you know, that to me, that's I apologize, right? Like, I know what you're doing.
I like
know
I
what you're doing.
apologize.
I apologize. I say apologize when I actually mess something up, right?
Yeah.
So like with my daughter, like if I snap at her or maybe the reaction didn't, you know, I guess warrant what she had done or whatever. I'm just like, hey, listen, I apologize. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said this, you know.
It's more sincere.
Yeah, it's more sincere because it actually means more. But like when I say like, I'm sorry, to me, that's no different than pardon, right? Pardon me. Like, whoops.
By your leave, sir.
Yeah, by your leave, right? Yeah, by your leave. So, but yes, that's the same thing, right? So I say thank you just as much as I say I'm sorry.
Okay. So, does Friendsgiving redefine family traditions or just remix them?
It just remixes them.
On top of that, are we more grateful for big milestones than small everyday moments?
I think society as a whole is more celebratory of big milestones
Okay.
because they don't see the 10,000 hours it takes to do something. They see like the 30 seconds it took to win, right? Like I feel like that's pretty common knowledge at this point, or at least it feels like it to me anyway, right? That's social media puts a highlight on a lot of these things where, you know, I can make 100 videos in a day and get so many hate comments, so many great comments. But then if I go on a news show tomorrow and, you know, it's because of all these videos, people are gonna be like, oh, congratulations. Like, but they didn't see the last 10 years of content creation that I did. You know what I mean? So
that goes back to the credential and qualification thing I was talking about where we got the credentials, and then once you actually get noticed, people start seeing your qualification. They're like, oh, she's so good on camera. Where'd she get this?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I've been on a lot of news stories and shows and things like that, and I've been on camera for, gosh, I don't know, since 2019, constantly, right? And you just get used to it, and so I don't know.
For me, I do feel like Friendsgiving redefines family traditions. Because during Thanksgiving, and this is subjective probably per family, but during Thanksgiving, my family kind of did the same thing. It was a tradition. It was like some things we do.
Yeah.
But at Friendsgiving, we just out of pocket. We just do all kinds of stuff. It's just like, oh yeah, let's
I
not.
like that better personally.
Yeah,
That's
but
me.
it didn't remix. It just it is something totally different.
Well, I think that
Because you're more comfortable doing some things with people that are not
semantically
your
argue
family.
that like it is. I mean, that is a remix, right? Like it is all the same thing in a sense, right?
Is it literally?
I said a little bit. You know, I remember growing up, Christmas, Thanksgiving, right? My mom was so heavy on traditions that it just got exhausting. With my kids, I don't do that, right? We decorate the house. If they want to help, they can help. If not, I'm still decorating the house without them. Like, I don't, like, the house will be decorated regardless, right?
With or without you?
With or without you. I don't care. My daughter asked me last night, can I help decorate the tree? I'm like, yeah, but I'm not waiting on you to do it. So, like, you can either do it with me tonight or tomorrow night, and she opted to go and hang out with friends. I was like, that's fine, but I'm over here decorating. Like, in my house, it's very much, you're making a choice, right? So traditions are the same way. Like, would I like to do some of the traditions maybe that my parents did? Sure. But like, I'm not going to make or break a season on the tradition not being done.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know.
And my take on are we more grateful for big milestones than small everyday moments? It's more of a 50-50. I've witnessed a lot of people who pay more attention to the small things, because you say the same thing about social media, how we are now. Mm-hmm. It irks me.
What?
When I see someone, even in your comments, they'll bring up some small thing that has nothing to do with everything else going on, and they pay attention to all those small things, and they harp on it, and they keep on, and it's not always bad. Sometimes someone's always talking about the good thing. It's like, oh yeah, what about this one time? It's like, okay, yeah, who cares? Like,
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
you know what I mean?
For sure.
And they
Yeah.
just keep on bringing it up. It's like, why are you so attached to that small thing? Did you not notice I was on the news the other day?
Yeah, here's a really fun concept to think about. I think people cheer for you the loudest when you are making your small milestones, and then when you become a big figure, they hate you. They instantly switch because it was okay that you weren't doing well.
You're almost obtainable to me. Like, I can relate to you.
Or I'm above you, right? Like, I'm above you, like, oh, you're doing that, bless your heart, that's so great, blah, 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 kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're supportive, kinda, until your presence actually threatens them.
Yeah, people are envious.
Oh, easily. Yeah, I always say that when people are jealous, though, it's mainly because there's something inside them, in their soul, that they haven't healed yet, they haven't dealt with. There's some level of insecurity there. I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's insecurity, more oftentimes than not.
Are you experienced with dealing with people who are overzealous? Mm-hmm. I think that's probably one of those situations where I know I can do what you do. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to. Mm-hmm. Or I know I can do what you do, and I'm trying, but it's just not working. Well, are you doing what I'm doing?
Yeah. Well, it's hard to compare yourself with people.
Yeah.
Because I could compare myself to some of the biggest content creators in the world and also know that my life is nothing like them.
Correct.
Right? And so it's a hard thing to draw a comparison to. Now, I can do things that I'm like, oh, this person posts 10 times a day. Maybe I'll try posting 10 times a day and seeing what
You might find some success,
You know
but
what I
you
mean?
won't find the same
You won't see the same success, but also, like, are the niches the same?
Yeah.
Right? Like, are the
demographics are different,
lifestyles?
too.
Do what now?
The demographics are different as well.
Demographics, like, are the lifestyles the same? Or is the country of origin the same? Like, there's so many different things that have comparisons. Yes, but also be careful of who you compare yourself to online and what you're trying to model, because what does the best in social media is authenticity, right? And so that's why people always have an issue with people who like kind of switch up their models when they're like, okay, like I'm just trying to make it, and then all of a sudden they've made it, and now they're buying, you know, Louis Vuittons every single day, right? Like, so them at that point they're like, oh well, now they're too big for their britches, right? And so it's like, but like if they realize that you are the people that made this person famous, right? It's the same thing with Jeff Bezos. Everybody hates Bezos, right? Because of Amazon. I'm like, but you guys keep buying from Amazon. I'm an Amazon customer. I'm so great at it.
So I'm a great listener. I'm going to say that right now.
Okay.
But out of this whole conversation, and before we end this episode, there's only two things.
I'm so excited about this.
There's only two things that I took from what you said today.
Okay, what was it?
Your neighborhood is well manicured, so her neighborhood has hands.
My neighborhood's great.
And yeah, you
good
get
neighbors.
you get your gears grinded a lot by it, especially.
I do. That's all you took from this?
Okay, I took one more thing.
Okay.
And you say they get too big for their britches. So they probably just need to go to the gym.
That's not literally. That's
Semantics.
figuratively.
Anyway, before we get on to this more semantic
That's super
stuff,
funny.
that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. What do you guys think about Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, and also tell me how you guys feel about incompetence. Literally, no semantics. We'll catch you on the next one.
I can't retire till I'm sent global for rhymes and riddles. Riding around in mint mobiles, I'm Ryan Reynolds. Sway seats, bumping Dre's beats while tires.